Daeun Lim was born in Busan, South Korea in 1992 and lives and works in Seoul, South Korea. She received her MFA in ceramic art at Ewha Women's University in Seoul, South Korea in 2019, and her BFA in ceramic art at Ewha Women's University in 2016. She has completed artist residencies at Clay Arch Gimhae Museum, Gimhae, South Korea, 2019, the New Harmony Clay Project in New Harmony, Indiana, 2021, and Architopia Ceramics Residency in Puebla, Mexico in 2021. In 2019, Lim was awarded the Young Artists Award at the Cluj Ceramic Biennale, Cluj-Napoca, Romania, 2019. And she also worked as a curator at the Versi Art Museum in Yongin, South Korea from 2019 to 2020. You can learn more about her practice at her website at www.daeunworks.com. So without further ado, Daeun, I'll let you take it away.
All right. Okay. Oh, this happened so fast. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Daeun Lim, and I am a ceramic artist from South Korea. And as you all know, I have been here for 3 months in Clayworks as a short-term artist residency. And yeah, and sadly, tomorrow is my last day in the residency. And I cannot believe how the time flew by so fast. And thank you, Clayworks, for everything that you provided for me and everyone for being here tonight with me. Okay, so I'll start with my presentation. As Kevin told you, this presentation is going to be in chronological order. So I'm gonna begin with Phantasmagoria, which is body of work I made in my master's in Korea. And next will be Working Hard or Hardly Working, the installation that I made in Clay Art Museum. And the last is going to be Ceramics with Practicality, which is the work I am currently working on. So to start with Phantasmagoria, so at the Ewha Women's University, getting my master's, I studied Freud's uncanny to employ it as a concept of my work. And I attempted to integrate this theme into my work to provoke the strange and uncomfortable feeling that come from the everyday objects seem to be unfamiliar. And I really enjoyed taking functions away from the objects so that it would be something that we didn't expect it to be like. So this is the toilet and the basin. Oh, and as taking the function away, I enjoyed picking up the ceramic objects that you can see in day-to-day basis. And these are ceramic tiles. And when you take a closer look, you can see the scribbles written on the tiles. And I also used just normal objects like the hairbrush and the table and the mirror with a beautiful lady in front of it, and also another table. So this is the closer look. I used the kiln shelf as the tabletop and didn't wipe the glaze on the bottom of the pieces so that it would be attached to the bottom. And I put the mirror below it so that viewers can see what's happening under the table. And this is the work that I made in the school for the last time. Does it make sense to you? Okay, so the name of this work is I Told You It Was Better in the Dark. So all of my works were about the memories that I had, the memories that I wanted to, like forget, but somehow I couldn't. And the reason why I employed uncanny as a concept of my work was to, to relate this feeling that I had about my memories that cannot be forgotten. Like, yeah, and this is the last work that shows the narrative that I try to pursue throughout my thesis. And after this work, after this last work, I luckily could get in to the International Ceramic Exchange Program held at Claire Gimhae Museum. So there, for 7 weeks, graduate students from all over the Asia were selected to be a residency program and to prepare for a group exhibition together. And also this is where I met Claire's former resident, Woo Jung-ko, and she's the one who inspired me to apply for Claire's. So back to work. So as I mentioned earlier, it was just before my graduation and just after my thesis. And I think I was living in this chaos of what I should do for my next step. And this work began from the question that I had for myself, which was, am I working hard or hardly working? I mean, it was obvious that my works were hardly working, but at the same time, I had this question like, how about myself as an artist? I spent numerous hours in the studio, but it was hard to tell that I am working in some point of view. So while I was there, I collected objects that had their own functions and their own works to do, and recreated them into ceramic pieces and installed them on the wall. And in front of those, I made a chair that wouldn't serve its function. This is the closer view of the work. And the name of this work is Staring and Stared. As I told, I felt like I am the only one who is goofing around while everyone else is working. Like even the objects in the world is working. So yeah, this is like the self-portrait of myself, like not working and being stared at things that are working hard. Yeah, and after the show, I wanted to seek something else beyond being in the studio and creating the works, like ceramic works. And I spent a year and a half in an art museum as a curator. And this experience had inspired me a lot. I mean, I could meet various artists who still working with ceramics medium, which was new to me. And also, well, I would say that it made me to make a full commitment to be an artist and make my work. And for the next step, I thought I should do something that is related to function, because it begins from this conversation that I had with my father. So he told me that when I told him that I am going to quit my job, he told me that then he thinks that I should make something practical, something that will be lucrative. But as you all know, I was not the one who made the practical ceramics. So I don't know. I think I somehow found a way to conform to that. And this is the first work that I made to, follow the idea of function. So in the series of ceramics with practicality, my work explores the friction that comes from between its structural function and its identity based on the medium. And as I quit the job and started working, I just had this unfinished idea that I want to make something funny, something with a function, like something that like a struggling inventor in the movies would make. Because and so I thought to invent function for the most useless action in the world, and the most useless action in the world to me found out to be crying. And I made these pieces for the people who cry. This is a ceramic crown, a person crown. You can wipe your eyes with no time. And I call this personal cheerleading device to dry your tears. And the nihilist. And after this work, I could luckily get into New Harmony Clay project in Indiana. And there, I think I could set my ideas about function deeper and more clear. And I thought, for me, function could be a tool to unfold the narrative rather than serving with its given convention. And I am working to seek for the meaning of function that goes beyond the traditional meaning. So this is the device that I created to watch my back. So I thought I have done a lot of things to deserve to be told, watch my back, like watch your back. But then I thought that without knowing what it is, I am so weak and helpless, like without knowing what's coming from my back. So I made this rearview mirrors. And this is person bracelet. Yeah, and by this time, I think I really enjoyed working with the feature of person that is considered to be weakness of it, like it how it easily breaks. So so this is a bracelet to keep myself awake, like putting my hands on on the things, because I thought that a lot of things in my life wouldn't happen if I just didn't put my hands on it and work on it. Yeah, like I don't know. I think all of you would agree that like sometimes I just do not think and jump into it. And then after I get so busy, I curse my past self for, like challenging. So I thought if I have like something to tie my hands, I can enjoy the laziness and being in the serenity of doing nothing. And this is another person piece. So the name of this work is No More Kisses. So this is a person piece that you bite, and it can be a great shield for me from the guys who would kiss me, or the tool that keep myself shut up. And after this, I went to Mexico for another residency program. And there I made these ceramic shoes. which is like this tall. And the name of this work is When Your Life is Like a Roller Coaster, but You're Not Tall Enough to Ride. And this is another piece that I made in Mexico. So this is a bug trap. So the story begins like this. In Mexico, I could see a lot of bugs in my room, and I hate bugs. And I think I do not have any talent to deal with those. So to avoid those bugs, I thought the best way is to hide them under the plate or whatever, that I can, like just hide them, and I wouldn't see them. And after this, I came to Clayworks, and I kept working on the works that explores the function, like the jocular function. And yeah, so when I made this, so the biggest struggle that I had here was, as you all know, the language. So whatever I said, I thought it sounded like something is not right. And I thought there would be a better way to express whatever I say, but I just couldn't find what it is. And I thought to make this device, like, so that I can use when I cannot find a better way to say something. And also, I think I have to admit that speaking and understanding the language that is not familiar with me was a challenge, but also very fun. Because as it is my first time to, like encounter some phrases, sometimes it was just like too fun to, like wonder what the meaning would be and like why they use the phrase. And it made me wonder a lot. And and as you know, I have this childish imagination. So yeah, like this device, like the time I heard this lightheaded and thought if she would feel better when her head gets heavier. I made a helmet with heavy weights attached to it so that it can be used to help a person feeling lightheaded and or to keep her thoughts heavier. And here, I started a new series. So I call it Hard Work in Ceramics. So this is the ceramics that works too hard. I mean, as my interest doesn't function, I think somehow my agenda as an artist is, it can be related to function as a verb too. So yeah, I thought to make pieces that is extra working hard. So these are my cup and saucers. As you see, they have like they're gigantic, like compared to the normal saucer. They have unnecessary legs and the surface. And these are my mugs. Those are like working very, very hard. I mean, when I first thought of this project, I thought sometimes I try too hard. I try really, really hard and try to put my best effort to it. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that the result is going to be the best. But I thought that it is just this like jocular absurdity that I experienced throughout my life, and that makes me, enjoy the life better somehow. So yeah, I love seeing this working hard, and I think they look kind of funny, but I don't think I look funny. No matter what the result is with this. Like, I mean, they are not going to function right, but they are going to be a joyful something that, yeah, anyway. So let me end my artist talk with the last slide. And yeah, this is something that I learned from Clayworks. This is actually the picture that I have taken from the basement classroom. And yeah, thank you everyone for being nice to me and letting me have so much fun here. Thank you.